What's up, everybody? It's the Grand Line Gazette where we talk about One Piece damn near every damn day. Who are the Admirals? If you are watching this, then you are probably watching the Egghead arc. We're getting introduced to a whole bunch of Vice Admirals, so we're going to talk about them. Check the playlist. We talked about a couple of them. Today, we are talking about Pomsky, the man who almost decapitated Bonnie herself with the super otter powers. We thought he had a clamshell for a hammer. No, that's a hammer that they carved
Designed
to
as a
look
clamshell.
like a clamshell. Cool. Otters, clams, devil fruits, fun stuff. Either way,
Very fun.
he don't look like he's a fun guy. You know what I mean?
No.
He looks angry. And when we saw him like full devil fruit hockey up, like, because he turned into an otter with the split second. He turned to an otter the same way people use their hockey. Like, I'm only doing it for this attack. And then
Yeah.
turn back into a person. I was like, number one, that's beautiful. Number two, that's dope.
Yeah. Really well done. I love the design. Let's get into him a little bit. So as you guys saw recently, he's just a huge man. Has a dope ass purple-ish suit. I think it looks great.
Five-star Marine
But
bounty.
5-star Marine bounty. So I mean, he's up there. And shit, he may be the lead vice admiral now that we've had a couple people fall off the board. We don't know the chain of authority, but
When it comes to the Vice Admirals,
yeah, people are getting taken off pretty quickly. But I mean, he's handling somebody like Jewelry Bonnie, who now we've seen her animated. She can put up some fights. Like she's not weak. She's one of the worst generation. But as we've seen from people like Basil Hawkins and stuff like that, like I never really put a lot into that title, but she's really stepping it up.
there
as
is a
far as-
far discrepancy.
It's a spectrum.
Yeah,
It's a
from
spectrum,
from
for sure.
worst generation to Warlord. No,
Yeah.
even before Warlord. The like Boa, Jinbei used to be one. Not Yonko. Is it Warlord?
Warlord.
Oh,
You
it is
said
Warlord. Okay, yeah.
Shichibukai.
Yeah. Shishibuka.
Warlord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a far from Supernova to Warlord. There's a gap. From Warlord to Yonko, there's a gap. So when you introduce
Yeah.
people like you said, Hawkins, Bonnie, you're like, okay,
Apu.
how do you Apu?
You're like, oh.
How do you compete?
But then on the other side of that spectrum, we have 3 Yonko in the same class of Buggy, Blackbeard, or I don't think Buggy's in Blackbeard and Luffy. It's like you don't know if this title is really, or maybe it's just here's the people coming out this year to be a mainstream pirate.
Okay,
And I
we're
think that's-
about to get back to Popsky, but low key on that topic, the supernovas, 2 of them were fabricated. Like, what the fuck? Like, yo, like, these are just titles. You guys weren't even supernovas. All right, but Pomsky, this dude's pretty dangerous.
Yeah, he is, and I like the actual the character design here because for a lot of you at home who don't know a lot about sea otters, it's a dumb fact, but they'll take clams and they'll bash it against rocks to get to eat it. And so I don't know, maybe you have something here where Pomsky, after a few hits in a row, it opens up and then, like, I don't know, but I do like his clam.
But what if it's like a grabber where it's like he can grab people too? Like, it opens up and then he can like clamp their fucking face or something. I don't
Dude,
know.
that'd be gross.
Yo.
But I mean, he gets his ass whooped from from Bonnie. I mean, to the point where he gets turned into a child. So, as far as strength wise, he's still below a child in Bonnie. But as far as Marines go, I think that he's up there. He can definitely stick to it. I mean, he is a vice admiral after all.
He's definitely up there. From just the way he was like moving, the way he was wielding his weapon. When he did the slice that easily took out some rubble and cement and stuff like that, you're like, this guy is very formidable. The problem with One Piece is, once you get caught by surprise, no matter who it is, if they catch you by surprise, this is going back to Luffy getting crocodile wet or fucking rubber versus lightning kind of thing. Like if you catch somebody by surprise, if you catch them slipping, it's over.
Yep.
And Bonnie caught him slipping and turned him into a kid. So damn.
Yeah, and it's weird because he's a sea otter, but Pomsky is in the name is actually a breed of dog. So it's like he could be a Pomeranian, a Siberian Husky, or is he a sea otter? I don't know what to make of all this.
Pomsky is a little Pomer. I know a girl that had a Pomsky. They're them little Pomeranian Huskies. What the fuck? Yo.
And so I wonder if we'll see him again. I mean, as far as Vice Admirals, like I said, he's one of the few that are left.
I hope so.
So I think we kind of have to.
This is like, we're going to like company men. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, he did not do anything wrong as far as his job. You know what I mean? His job was to capture Bonnie, make sure nobody laid eyes on the girl, say, you know, Buster call, clear the place. He's doing his job. But it's like, you haven't exactly condoned Saturn. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you haven't exactly like abused people like we've seen Marines abuse people. So me personally, those of you at home, we have a list of Marines we want to see at the end that are going to make it to the new world. I think Pomsky's going to be one of them ones. I think he's just a company man.
I agree. We haven't seen him do anything totally horrendous, like beyond bringing him back, like a Kainu, for instance. I can never forgive a Kainu at any point, no matter if he dies saving Luffy. It's like, I don't care. You killed Ace, dog. So I don't care what type of character arc you have. But Pomsky, just the opposite. I haven't seen much of him, but that is also a good thing because I haven't been able to see any of his arcs.
Let's talk about his devil fruit. Can he swim? Or float? Otters float, right, on their back. So
I think he can. I think he can breathe under. No, I don't think he can swim. No.
Yeah, I feel like that's all the. Yeah, I think he can breathe under. No, that would be swimming. No.
No, because I was thinking, I was like, sea otters don't breathe, but I was thinking back to what's his name, the elephant guy.
Yeah.
Who was knocked underwater, and he just sat there. But
Jack,
it's like,
but he was a fish man. Yeah.
But he was a fish man, and so I was like, oh, never mind. So no, I think he dies, even though he's a sea otter.
Yeah, and the otter's a mammal, but it's like you spend so much time in the water. Well, I guess Kaido had a fish zone. Kaido ain't swimming. So let me just take back everything I'm saying. This dude ain't swimming. I like that. But it kind of makes you wonder. It's like, I feel like there could be some water applications to his abilities or something like that. So far, we've just seen him use it as like a strength enhancer, because zones do strengthen up your physical ability. So he just kind of uses it in bursts as a strength enhancer. I do just like the fact that he turns it on and off while he's attacking. I think it's very much like Deku when he was learning his abilities, where he kind of scales it for longevity. I think that's a very good touch. That he's been the only admiral I've seen do anything like that ever. And it's like one of those obvious things where it's like, why haven't we seen this yet?
I do like that as well. It's like it also shows like a high level of combat experience where you're conserving energy at the time. I'm assuming that these transformations, they do take up some form of energy. So same thing, like if you're just minimizing that, you're able to kind of compete for longer. But apparently a lot of other people have also thought about the devil fruit idea, because although it can walk on land, the sea otter is actually capable of living exclusively in the ocean. But then you run into the devil fruit issues. Apparently the oxalot and the Spinosaurus also had this issue, so I don't think he can swim.
Shout out to Slimy, the oxalot fruit. Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys let us know how you guys feel about Pomsky. Where do you guys rank Pomsky as far as capabilities and strength? Let's go through the ranks. Pirates. What kind of pirate crews could you see Pomsky taking out? Like, are we talking about pirate crews that we've seen up to Wano, like Cavendish's crew? You're getting taken out. Like how far up the rank? Like, you taking out Bartolomeo's crew?
I don't think so. That's the issue with these vice admirals for me, though. I can't see them beating somebody like Bartolomeo or even Cavendish. Are we maybe maybe some of the crews that were hired for the Reverie? Um, the I forget the
The
little fairy
Tontata?
guys, the Tontatas, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe the guy with the spear head.
But that's
I
it.
don't
Don
know. What are
Jin
your
Jiao. Don Jin
Yeah,
Jiao.
yeah, there he is.
Yeah, man.
What are your
Or
thoughts?
Wang Ji. Um, I
Mm,
don't. That's like you said. That was probably the best way to put it. It's hard to scale the vice admirals because the the few vice admirals we've seen don't win a lot against the pirates that we see. And it's like,
mm-hmm.
okay, like if Smoker's not beating pirates and he's at the same level as you, and we just saw you get beat by Bonnie. It was quick. just cause Gunko beat all the Straw Hats in that first skirmish, like,
Mm-hmm.
does not mean she's stronger than all the Straw Hats combined. She caught him slipping.
Yep.
But that being
Yep. You
said,
ain't wrong.
after that happened, what were we saying? Jinbei, the fuck?
Yeah. What- What's going on? You were a warlord at one point. What happened?
So it's the same for you guys. It's just like it's hard to scale, just because the people that we do see don't exactly win a lot, but we do know that there's potential and power there. Just I don't know when we're gonna see it.
And as far as storytelling, I think I mean, as far as us to be intrigued more toward the end of the series, I think we'll need to see a handful of these new guys really take a step up. We're not going to see Garp at his fullest. We're going to see Smoker. We're going to see your Pomskys, your Dolls. Like the day of Bluegrass and all of them, it's gone. So we need people, the younger generation, to really step up. And I'm looking at people like Pomsky, like Smoker, to really take that next step.
Yeah, and honestly, I like if we put all these vice admirals in a row.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I like who we got. You know what I mean? The people that we've talked about so far: Smoker, Bluegrass, Pomsky. We talked about one more, I believe. Like I forgot who we just talked about last, but
Who's Doberman?
Doberman.
Doberman?
Yeah, Doberman.
Yep.
Hey, rest in peace. Bastille,
Yeah.
T-Bone.
Steel's up there.
Like, come on, man. Like these guys ain't bad fighters. You know what I mean? But it's just like,
No.
you know. But I don't know. I feel like the only time we are going to see you guys again after all this is when the Straw Hat Grand Fleet is fighting at the final battle. You guys are going to be lined up against some Grand Fleet members, and you're all going to be fighting as like one group, or you know, I don't know. You make yourself useful, Pomsky.
Please, just do something.
What do y'all think?
But you guys what do you guys think? I want to hear from you guys. Who's the next Vice Admiral we should cover? We got quite a few to pick from. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. And what was your favorite part about Pomsky? I thought his transformation was adorable. So I think that would probably be my favorite part.
I like the hammer. I thought when he sliced the hammer and just took out the rubble, we're like, is that like an axe? Is that like a real clamshell? We were even talking, we were like, clams are sharp, I guess? Yeah, that makes sense. We're stupid, bro.
We really tried. We really tried.
But y'all let us know how y'all feel about Pomsky, who we should do next, like he said, and we'll catch y'all next time.
Peace.